Today, we're diving into a pivotal moment in rock and roll history, a moment that marked the birth of a legendary band. Led Zeppelin's journey began with a humble start, but their impact would be anything but small. On October 4th, 1968, a band that would soon become synonymous with hard rock embarked on their first UK tour. But here's the twist. They weren't yet Led Zeppelin. Promoters billed them as the New Yardbirds or the Ex-Yardbirds. A nod to their roots and a hint at the transition they were undergoing. Fast forward to October 25th, 1968, a date that would go down in music history. Led Zeppelin took to the stage at the University of Surrey's Great Hall in Battersea. It was a pivotal night, as this was their first performance under the name that would define their legacy. The event organisers called it the first big dance of the term, and the band was paid a modest £175 for a 50-minute set. Outside the hall, a banner proclaimed, "Tonight, the Ex-Yardbirds," with the words Led Zeppelin written below, almost as an afterthought. During this set, they performed songs that would become staples of their repertoire, such as Dazed Confused, Babe I'm Gonna Leave You, and Communication Breakdown. These songs, and many more, would shape the sound of Led Zeppelin and leave an indelible mark on the music industry. But here's where it gets controversial. Led Zeppelin's name change happened mid-tour. Jimmy Page, still adjusting to life post-Yardbirds, found himself in a predicament. After Chris Drager, his fellow Yardbird, left the band to pursue photography, Page continued using the name. However, Drager soon sent a cease and desist, forcing Page to reconsider the band's identity. The origin of the name Led Zeppelin is a tale of its own. The most popular story involves a conversation between The Who's John Entwistle and Keith Moon, who joked about a potential supergroup with Page and Jeff Beck, saying it would go down like a lead balloon. Page, intrigued by the paradox, held on to the idea. Another anecdote suggests Page wore a lead pin of a Zeppelin on his shirt, further fueling the legend. And this is the part most people miss. The very next day, a newly named and more confident Led Zeppelin performed at the Bristol Boxing Club. It wasn't a smooth ride. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Mick Farron, of the Deviants, who opened for them, described the audience as hostile, throwing beer glasses, fire extinguishers, and even bricks at the band. Despite the rough start, Led Zeppelin pressed on, determined to make their mark under their new name. So what do you think? Was the name change a brilliant move, or did it add unnecessary complexity to their story? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss the legacy of Led Zeppelin and the impact of their name change on their success.